Hey everybody, and welcome back to Foundation Friday. Today we're going to be trying out Rimmel London's Lasting Finish 25 hour breathable foundation. Now when I read 25 hour, I said, okay, 25 hours, so they're giving you the whole day and an extra hour. But then when I went on the website, I noticed that they pretty much emphasize 25 hours of moisture. So this is kind of like a moisturizing foundation, but it's long lasting at the same time. That's what they're pushing on the website. Okay, so it is long wear. It does have medium coverage, but it says buildable on the website. It also has SPF 18 in it. This foundation comes in 16 shades. The shades that I have actually were given to me by Rimmel London. These are shades 503. Which one is 503? This one is 503 Mocha and 504 Deep Mocha. So you know we had to have some mocha in there somewhere. One thing that's different about it is when you open it up, it does not have a pump. It has one of the doe foot applicators instead. So I think this is my first foundation with a doe foot applicator. Also, they were kind enough to send me their Lasting Finish 25 hour breathable concealer. And this one is in 400 medium dark. And this one is in 600 dark. I'm going to have to go back on the website and see how many shades there are in these, but these were the two that I was given. So I'm going to be using possibly that lighter shade under my eyes today for a little bit of highlight. Let's just go ahead and swatch them both on my cheek. Okay, that one is 503 Mocha. You see what that looks like. And this one, which I think may be closest to me, and it's the deepest shade, this is 504 Deep Mocha. Yeah, so as you can see, there is a difference between those two shades, and I will be using the deeper of the two. Since I'm going to be using a new foundation and concealer today, I said I'll just keep on with the new. I'm using the Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer, and this is Pores No More. This came in a BoxyCharm box. This is my first time using it. I was excited to use it when I saw it because I love Dr. Brandt products. So anything to blur out those pores, and Dr. Brandt. Love the products. While that's cooking on my skin, I'll give that a chance to do whatever it does. Becca sent out some PR packages, and this is what one of them looked like. These are some under eye products. It opens up like this. And you have in the first little compartment here, this is called Deep Puff. So you're supposed to put a little bit of this underneath the eye to get rid of the puffiness, and you may have bags. Right now it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's 8:06. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this under my eye. I don't feel like I have any puffiness, but want to give it a try. So this says anti-fatigue under eye primer. So I'm putting it underneath the eyes. I'm going to give that a chance to do what it does. They also have some under eye brightening correctors. Okay, this one is in medium to deep. This one says cachet, so I'm not quite sure, but I know the medium to deep I did swatch or show on Instagram. But because I'm going to be using the Rimmel concealer, I'll just deal with that, but I wanted to show you guys. And they also have in here an under eye primer. So I'm going to lightly use that. I'm quite sure that the Dr. Brandt primer had its chance to do whatever it does. So we're going to move on. I'm going to dot some of the Lasting Finish 25 hour breathable foundation on my cheeks. Again, I'm using the shade 504 Deep Mocha. You get 1 fluid ounce of this. And I'm going to use my little e.l.f. blender. First, we want to see what kind of coverage we're going to get. Now, I normally use the black sponge from e.l.f. and I'm feeling like this white one from e.l.f. is kind of sucking up the product. There is a little bit of coverage, but not much at all. You can see from this side. to this side. So there is a little bit of coverage, but not much. You know, I feel like I need lots of coverage. I have lots of discoloration. If you're anything like me, you're going to want to apply a little bit more. So let's do that. The sponge that I normally use is dirty right now. And I should have cleaned it before this video, but I was being lazy. Okay, so we're going to see what this second application gives us. Now I'm seeing a little bit more coverage. I am pretty pleased with the shade. Not pleased with the shade range, but I am pleased with this shade on my skin tone. So if you're darker than me, we're just hoping that the companies will start making extra shades, as they have 16 shades in this foundation. So of course there's room for jello. We can move it on down a little bit. Now guys, with that second application, I am liking that coverage. I really do. It does look like skin. It doesn't look cakey. It looks very nice. I'll show you my other side. You see here. Hopefully I'm nice and focused for you. And you see that side. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of my face, and I'll be right back. Uh-oh, guys. I am loving the coverage. I'm loving it. The coverage is beautiful. And the, I'm not sure if it's the foundation or the Dr. Brandt, but the pores that are normally right around my nostril area and around here are almost like non-existent, like you can barely see any pores. So I am digging this. I'm going to go ahead and try their concealer. This one is the shade 400 medium dark. I'm just going to put it here on my hand so you can see. That's medium dark, and it has like a sponge applicator. And it comes out through the center of the sponge, and you can use the sponge, I'm assuming, to kind of blend. But that's what 400 medium dark looks like, which may be too light. It may just be too light for concealer under the eye for me. This one is 600 dark, which would be perfect as like a spot checker for me. It blends right into my skin tone. So if I wanted a little bit of extra coverage under my chin, areas where I have more blemishes, I could definitely use this. So let's use just a tiny bit of it under the eye. So we're not going to go for a very major highlight, but let's just see. I'll tap it on. This is their own formula. I'm not using another brand under the eye, so let's see. And I said tap, and look what I did. I like these little ones from e.l.f. that so tiny. Let's see, that's very bright. So I'll definitely have to put my face powder over it. But it does blend out very nicely. I'm tapping very lightly. So I'm going to have to blend that out. I'm using the foundation sponge that I had. I'm going to very lightly use the new Becca powder. This is called the Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. So I'm putting a little bit in the cap. I'm just lightly putting, you know when I say lightly, child. I'm going to add a little bit of contour, trying to work on this lighter shade that's under my eyes. Just applying it to the side of my head here. A little bit on the cheeks. I'm going to use my all over face powder. This is the translucent powder by Lancome. I'll make sure I get around my mouth area, because that area creased last week with the Lancome stick foundation. I'll leave a link for that review down below. I'm going to apply a little bit of Milani setting spray. This is the Make It Last setting spray. It says Prime, Correct, Set, 16-hour wear. So with this 25-hour and 16-hour, you do the math, I should be rolling with this for a full week. Alright guys, so this is the completed look with everything, and I'm really liking the coverage. I know this is a bad area for me right here. I feel like I could have used some of the concealer. I didn't this time, but maybe when I use it in the future, I will use the concealer and tap a little under the chin and maybe on some other problem areas to cover. But both products work very well together. They blended seamlessly into each other. I know for a fact that I feel like I went too light. I should have just went to my normal concealer, but I wanted to give this a try. And I did see it blended out well. I just wish it was a deeper shade. But that is about it. So I'm going to try to wear this foundation as long as I can today. It says 25 hours along with my spray, setting spray that I applied along with the Dr. Brandt's primer, just to see what's going on. So far so good. I feel very good about the pores. It's like my skin looks so nice and seamless. So I'm really happy about that. This eyeshadow and lipstick tutorial will come either possibly before this foundation. We'll see. Sometime during the weekend you will see the eye makeup, and I'll link it down below once it's ready. My hair, I will have a link for it down below because I did review this unit before. Okay, I also like, not to keep jumping all over the place, but I do like the way this foundation blended with the contour stick. So that was kind of like a cream and a liquid blending together. It did very well with that. So I am giving it a thumbs up. Also the Becca powder. At this time, I'm still giving it a thumbs up because this concealer was pretty light. So I want to try this again with a darker concealer and see, but so far there's no creasing or anything like that. So it's doing the job. It's very fine, very thin, powdery formula. So I think it's going to work out pretty good. So I'm going to wear this throughout the day. I'll come back either at the end of this video, so watch all the way to the end, or next week to let you guys know how it fared, okay? Talk to you guys in the next video. Remember to subscribe and thumbs up. Cyber kisses. Bye. Hey guys, this is my Rimmel London check-in, and it actually did very well for a moisturizing foundation against oily skin. I did blot once. I totally forgot, and I was eating and I just wiped across my nose, and I shouldn't have done that. So all around my nose, you see the shininess right in the light. But you can see on the perimeter of my face just a nice little sheen. Everything is still intact. So it did very well. Sad part, not too many shades. I am wearing the deepest shade, so if they could extend that range, it would be great. There's my lipstick running a bit. But other than that, I don't even notice too much creasing. Honestly, it doesn't look like any. So I want to say that the Dr. Brandt primer did well as well, because it held everything together. So even with my forehead, I don't see any creasing or any foundation or powder settling in any lines. e.l.f. did its job on my eyes because that's the primer I used on my eyes. So pretty good, Rimmel. Just extend that foundation line so we can all use it. Talk to you guys in the next one. Remember to subscribe. Bye.